and welcome to Franco Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Iowa Cubs. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And starting in this one, Kyle Hendricks. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's Nico Hoerner.
Leading off the Cubs, the second baseman, Nico Hoerner.
And a pitch. Bounce to the right. Madrigal over to pick it up. Over to first. One out in the top of the first. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And
oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that ball is gone. Dansby Swanson blasts one out. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Ian Happ up to hit. Bounce to the right side. Madrigal on to first. 2 away.
Batting fourth, the right fielder,
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Siggy, this guy's put together a pretty amazing career. 8th-round pick by the Rangers in 2011. Traded to the Cubs for Ryan Dempster a year later. I don't think they thought they were getting a guy who would lead the league in ERA as he did in 2016.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So 2 down, and now it's Eric Hosmer. Line drive, base hit right field. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Trey Mancini now. Out to short. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, I can understand the defense right there trying to cut off that lead runner at third, but a good jump and an excellent finish for the base runner to get in there safely.
Bellinger up to hit. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. No one can get there. It falls in. In comes the run from third. And they take a 2-run lead.
That's 3 singles in a row. He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield. Not exactly what you're supposed to do with that kind of location, but you wouldn't know it by how the ball came off his bat. Now the bases loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now Patrick Wisdom. Bounce to third. The play is made at the plate, and the inning is over. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. The Cubs are on top 2-0. Back here at the ballpark, our starter in this one, Marcus Stroman. What's the word on him?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Swing and a ball popped up, brings it in, and there's one down.
Batting second.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Line drive, snags it for the second out.
Batting third. The first baseman.
And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Yeah, this is a guy that goes out there every time looking to prove that height does not measure heart. It's something that he has written on the bill of his cap oftentimes when he's pitching.
Nice grab on the run. And that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We go on to inning number 2. Cubs lead it 2-0. Welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. And now the batter is Tucker Barnhart.
Barnhart.
And a pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And next for the Cubs, Nico Hoerner. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1. Chris, it's always interesting to me to see a guy like Nico Hoerner, who wasn't drafted out of high school and then out of Stanford was a first-round pick. That's some serious growth as a player. Kicks and deals. This one popped up. Madrigal flying after this one. And it falls in there safely.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Lifted in the air, right field. And that'll get down for a hit. Throw into third. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a long dart in there, and he found a way.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Ian Happ. Davis going back on this one. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. 1 away. He's in to score on the sac fly, and they're up by 3.
Well, right there, he's definitely looking for more than just a sac fly with the bases loaded and nobody out, but you'll take it. Now it's up to the guys coming up behind him to pick up the rest of those runners on base.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a pop-up. And that will fall. The throw into second. One out, bases loaded. And up next for Chicago, Eric Hosmer. Single to right at his first trip. In the air, right side. Canario under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Trey Mancini, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Out to center. Davis makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the second, and now it's Miguel Amaya. The Cubs in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Horner over to first. That's one out in the bottom of the second.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Edwin Rios here. One of the coolest moments of Marcus Stroman's career, Chris. He was the MVP of the 2017 World Baseball Classic. Team USA won gold. He took a no-hitter into the 7th inning of the championship game.
Really so awesome to see how guys buy into the WBC in spring training. They really take it seriously once they put on that USA uniform.
And that one wrapped foul. Well struck left field. Happ ranging back on it. And that one is going to go. A shot to the opposite field. And they inch closer. It's 3-1.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
So one out, nobody on. Here's the center fielder, Brennan Davis. Fought off foul. Stroman, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a splitter, a cutter, and he works in a four-seamer. The 0-1. This ball's chopped on the ground, and he grabs it foul. And the righty deals. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting seven, the designated
One gone, runner at first. And next is the designated hitter, David Bodie. That one the other way. That's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now it's the shortstop, Sergio Alcantara. Swing, and he popped it up. Swanson on his way over. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. 2 down.
batting ninth, the right fielder, Alexander Canario.
Now it's Alexander Canario. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. And welcome back. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Number 24.
Well, he's back out here for the 3rd, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some. You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
Left-hand hitter waits. Now fly ball to right center. Davis sizing this one up. And there's one away.
The third baseman, number 16.
So up now for Chicago, Patrick Wisdom. The outfield playing him to pull, with the center fielder positioned in that left center field gap. On the ground to third, and he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket. Hendricks goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a sinker, a changeup, a four-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Davis gets under it. And that should be extra bases.
Now catcher.
One down. Now the Cubs catcher, Tucker Barnhart. In the air out towards right center. Touches down. That's a hit. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
No, just a total breakdown defensively right there. I mean, allowing a run to score all the way from first because of an error pretty much shouldn't happen. But every once in a while we see one of these weird plays and it leaves everyone kind of scratching their heads.
So the lineup flips over. Nico Horner digs in now. Swing and a ball popped up. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
So a man aboard, and next for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson. This to third, and it finds its way through for a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Horner flies around third. One run across. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
This one high in the air to left center. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. As 2 runs score on the play.
These are the best kind of automatic doubles for an offense. Everyone scores on the play, and they still have a runner in scoring position. And they pitched to him with the base open at first, maybe regretting that a bit, but there's nothing they can do about it now.
Now it's Eric Hosmer. He swings and fouls one off. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Madrigal on to first. 2 out.
Now the designated hitter,
Trey Mancini, the next Cub to hit. On a line, base hit. The run scores from third, and it's an 8-run lead.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. And first offering is fouled off. Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first, and Bellinger is out. And that is that. So in the end, 10 men come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Cubbies out in front, 9-1. Back here at the ballpark, here's Nick Madrigal.
The second baseman.
Stroman, a former Gold Glove winner, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2012. And that'll get down for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Right side. Suzuki makes a nice running catch.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Man at first, and here is Matt Mervis. 0 for 1 so far. Popped up. And it drops in. The throw in. He's in there.
Now batting, catcher, Miguel.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Now here is Miguel Amaya. Lifted in the air, right center field. It gets down, a base hit. Throws to second.
Now batting, third baseman, Edwin Rio.
So up next, Edwin Rios. That one hit to right. Suzuki has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Brennan.
And now the center fielder, Brennan Davis. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Base hit, 1 run is in. Ball comes in, runner stops at third. Bases still loaded with 2 out.
Picks himself up an RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Bases full, 2 gone. At the plate, David Bodie. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. The 0-1. Base hit, center field. In comes the runner from third, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
With the bases juiced, he refused to get pull happy. He stayed within himself, drove the ball to center field. That'll get across a run.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Sergio Alcantara. Swinging a foul straight back. Two outs, bases are full. On the ground. That's a base hit, run scores. Runner holds up at third, bases still loaded. 2 away as one comes across.
No, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now the right fielder, Alexander Canario. And first offering is fouled off. Bases loaded, 2 down. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. On a line out towards center. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs slug their way to a win in this one.
These guys were ready early on. Just a 3-inning game, but we saw a lot of action. That was as much a slugfest as you could hope for in this type of contest.
9-4 our final score. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 9 runs on 15 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base.